Good morning, Movie Club Strikes Back. It's me, Jenny, and this is my rather belated review for Baxorn's pick for Movie Club Strikes Back, which was Jumanji. And before I start in earnest on this particular review, I have to state that I am rather less than sober at this point. I am genuinely staying up to try and sober up before I fall asleep. But I did watch Jumanji sober, so hopefully I can spew out a couple of coherent points before I fall asleep on my bedroom carpet. My first and probably most important thought on Jumanji is, despite the fact that looking through Robin Williams' credentials after his death, I realised that I haven't really watched any of his films, so this is probably my first introduction to Robin Williams as an actor. I am so very impressed with his performance in this film. He has the most important role in this film, despite him not maybe being the protagonist, because as it is designed to be a children's film, you're supposed to be following the children, because you start with his character as a boy and then move on to his character as an adult viewer, as a first-time viewer. I focused in so much on his character and I related so much to his character, and it is really true what so many of my movie club friends and people that I've talked to have said about Robin Williams really being the heart of the films that he's been in. It's so impressive that he's able to project so much of what he's trying to relate in this film, where it could just be a slapstick role, but he really is the heart of this film. And I'm really impressed that I wasn't disappointed, because his performance is just outstanding and beautiful, and I appreciated his work in this, even though he's wearing silly costumes and playing a very silly, very eccentric, over-the-top character who's been through some significant trauma and is there for the laughs. He's able to project such a heart, and it's very impressive. And as an introduction to Robin Williams as an actor, I was really impressed, and genuinely sad that as a 22-year-old I have never seen a single Robin Williams film up until this point, other than possibly Hook, although I can't really remember watching it. I've never seen Dead Poets Society, I've never seen Centennial Man, I've never seen Flubber or Mrs. Doubtfire or anything like that. This was my first introduction, and it was a fantastic introduction posthumously to Robin Williams, and I'm so happy that this was my introduction. Other things I really enjoyed about this, the story is very well constructed. It's very much based on the concept of this game and how it's both scary and really builds this sort of family atmosphere, and it's a very nice message about playing with family and really getting to know each other through a social activity. And maybe that's just my interpretation as someone who has grown up in a family of gamers, or people who like to play cards or play games. But for me, it just felt like a sort of reminder that, you know, you don't have to be antisocial. You can just be, you know, have fun playing a game, and it might be scary and it might, you know, tear you apart. It might really get you involved, and I really enjoyed that. I really like the kind of subtle, although maybe not so subtle as an adult, hints at the psychological aspects of Jumanji. Particularly the hunter being played by the same actor who plays Robin Williams' father, so it's kind of a hyperbolic sense of self. It's an internal journey in an externalized way, and I found that really fascinating and interesting and just entertaining. It's obviously, you know, a jungle realm, it's very over the top and exciting, but it is about a personal journey, and I think Robin Williams, as I said, his performance is the one that sells the plot, and the plot is ridiculous, but it makes sense somehow, and I really enjoyed it. The set in this is brilliant. The fact that it's set in this sort of mansion, the parish mansion, I believe that's its title, I could be wrong, and how they age it and they manipulate the set depending on what the scenario is. I really enjoyed that, the fact that it starts off at a very grand, beautiful place and goes to a slightly decrepit place, and then to a completely jungle-infested, water-infested place, and it's almost like you can see the progression of Robin Williams' psyche in this house, and I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really well done. The animation in this is kind of 50-50. As someone who enjoys the occasional B-movie or sci-fi original, I didn't mind it so much. I think it has aged, but it had its charms, and I did enjoy it in its own right. The monkeys have a reasonable amount of personality, more so than a lot of modern animated characters. And although you can tell very obviously that these are animated characters in a non-CGI world, they somehow work even as a modern viewer, and I did enjoy a lot of the animation and the animatronic work that has been put into this film. It was very well done. I could comment on the other actors, but to be frank, Robin Williams steals the show all the way through. He's such a fantastic actor, and I really, really enjoyed this film, and I'm so glad it was recommended. I'm sorry I've rambled on for so long, and I'm sorry that I am rather drunk. I'm trying to sober up right now. But there we go. Feel free to comment down below and tell me how much of a drunken idiot I am, and whether or not anything I've said made any sense whatsoever. And I will see you all when the next We Are Movie Club pick is chosen, or when I manage to have time to review an anime. One of those two. And there we go. I'll see you all very soon. Bye guys.